Hey guys, George here from Handyman Hints. And in my previous video, I said we'd be doing a little maintenance on this Kenmore water softener. Pretty much the same, most water softeners. Okay, she's actually down the bottom with salt, so I'm going to give a little maintenance to it. We're going to put some water softener cleaner in here. I'm going to show you what that is, so you don't have to buy their softener cleaner, okay? We'll figure that out, okay? And we're going to clean the nozzle in the Venturi, okay, which is actually right here. It even shows you how to do it, okay? And let's just get to it, okay? All right. And then we're going to put some salt in it. I'll show you that trick, too. I don't know what the heck I do with the salt. Oh, here it is, Morton. And I'll tell you what, I've used other brands, and I had nothing but trouble. So that's I stick with it. It says to use it. Matter of fact, there it is. This is how old this thing is. Morton. Okay, and I used the pellets. All right, guys. So you can go by the instructions here. Okay, if they have instructions, do it. Okay, but basically what they tell you to do is unplug the softener, transformer at the at the electrical outlet, which we'll do. Okay, and then I'll show you. Remove the covers. I'm just gonna do it, okay? I mean, but you can follow this. You unscrew these pieces, okay, in order. Okay, you clean them all up. I do have to. I'm gonna run upstairs and get some. Actually, I have water right here. So, all right, let me pause the video and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. All right, what I'm gonna do, back you up a little bit here and drop it down. Show you what I'm doing, okay? All right, so this cover comes right off. It usually just lays in here and just turns up and down anyway. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Put this over here. Okay, there's two clips here. You pull them forward toward you, pops up. You pull back on the top and the back, and lifts right off. Okay, that's the second part. All right, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off. Okay, this is your Venturi, okay, and I am going to unplug this. I usually don't, but I'm going to do this for the purpose of the video. So just let me unplug transformer here, so I'll make sure I got the right one, and I do. So I'm going to pull that, and power, yep, power's out. Okay, good, great, okay, all right. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew this piece here. And I can't see the front of the camera, so I'm hoping you guys can see this. Ugh, okay. All right, so I'm going to just unscrew this off. But before I do that, I want to check one other thing. And that is, pretty sure I'm supposed to hit this on. Yep, put the filter in bypass. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so there's a bypass here. Let's see, it's going to be really close for you guys, but there's a bypass right here. This white bypass, I'm going to push that in, okay? And it's not an easy thing to do sometimes, actually. Yeah, it's very tough to do. I don't know why it's so hard to do this, but it is. It gets old, I guess, crusty, huh? I usually don't even bother, but there it goes. Okay, so that went, you saw that, okay? Now we're gonna bring it back this way. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, really, I'm hoping you could see this, but okay. All right, so now it's in bypass. I'm gonna unscrew this. Okay, so cap. Where can I put this stuff? Let's see. Over here is a good spot, I guess. Yep. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to pull a screen. I'm going to pull everything out. It's just going to keep pulling pieces out of here. Okay. Until we get to where we got to get to. Okay. And this piece here is usually tough to get out. It's a rubber disc. I'll show you why we're doing this in a minute. Okay. So I got all of these pieces here. Okay, we're gonna put them back in order. We're gonna clean them up. They look pretty clean already, but we're gonna do it anyway. So let me get a paper towel over here. Okay. All right, lay this right here. Okay. Just gonna get all the parts together. And we'll do this all at the same time. Okay, let me get behind here. Okay, guys, I'm just getting the old trusty Leatherman here. My son gave me, which is a great tool. I'll show you guys that later. Okay, anyway, let's get a knife out of here because I've got to pick this little rubber piece out of here, which I'm going to show you us all. I'm going to try and hold my hand with one hand and show you all of what I'm doing. But there's a little rubber disc that comes out of here. It goes in a certain way too. And I'm gonna pull that out of here. I'm gonna clean it up. It's a tiny little hole in this thing, and that gets clogged up with junk too, to be honest with you. So anyway, okay, so let me see if that's got anything in it. It's very tough to see. That looks clear. Wow, the light is bright. Wow. Just blow through it. Okay, anyway, put this on the side. Okay. And a lot of times this thing clogs up. Let me just take a quick gander at this thing. Looks okay. Get the light in here. I know there's a lot of stuff you can't see here, unfortunately. I wish I could do better here for you. Okay, I'm gonna get this light out of the way. Probably brightened it up too much for you guys. Just can't see. All right, let me just double check. I gotta pull this piece off here. I usually don't have to do that. I think I got too much junk in this thing. It's possible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release. There's a clip back here. I'm gonna release it. You normally don't have to do this. I'm doing it though because years ago there used to be a screen in here for this, in here, and the screen somehow disappeared. I don't know what happened there. So I usually don't like to mess with this part because it's got a 2 O-rings in it, you know. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I should have got. Oh, you know what? There's the Leatherman again. There you go. This is the beauty of this thing. So I don't need the knife no more. So I put the knife away. And I was just about to say I'm gonna go get myself a pair of pliers. Well, guess what? There they are. So just take it, pliers on this, and you pull it up. Gotta be careful, I'll do it slowly. All right, I keep that in a certain position so I remember which way I went back. Put that over there. And I gotta be careful because there's O-rings in here. I don't want to lose those because then they'll leak. And then we got another mess. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. There's a little bit of water in there, so I think that this line is a line. All right, I'm going to take you out the stand now. Show you what the heck I'm talking about here. Okay, so get in here. Okay, this is all the stuff I took out, okay? And I just took this part out of here with that clip that's over there. Okay, so what's going on here? This shouldn't have water sitting in it like this. This attaches to this black line. Okay, it goes all the way around. Okay, and goes into this well. Okay, it's the brine well. This is what happens. How this works is there's beads, okay, in here. Okay, and they absorb the minerals, okay, and take the hardness out of the water. So these beads will absorb that. And how you release the minerals from the beads is salt water, okay? And that's what you need the salt for. The salt never really touches the water. The water stays in here from the house. This makes a brine, okay, and then it washes the beads. It's the only time it makes it. It washes the beads, it gets salty, and then it'll actually rinse itself and it'll stay clean, you know, it'll go back to regular water again. Okay, so that's the whole idea of this. So if this line is clogged, okay, it will not make salt water. Okay, and because that tells the machine it's got a what's called regenerate, which is a it recharges itself. So what I'm thinking here is I'm going to blow on this thing. See what I don't know if you can see what that little tiny hole is. There's water in there, and I can't get a replacement screen for that. So what I'm going to do is just see if I can blow into this and hear bubbles. Let's see if we can hear it. Oh, okay. I'm going to put the camera down for 2 seconds and cover the 2 holes. So I'll see if I can put this back in there, into the holder here for now. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see this. I'm going to cover the 2 holes and blow the other way. Okay, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it did clear out. Okay, so that was my concern. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, slide this back in, and just double check. I gotta get this light in here, unfortunately, again. Sorry about that. I'm gonna make sure that the O-rings, which I'm gonna take it off the stand again and show you what I'm doing. Okay, so let me get this off. All right. Okay, so take this off again. Okay. All right, so in here, right where these 2 holes are, there's little O-rings in there. And it's kind of hard to see them, I know, but whoops, there they are. Here and here. Okay, I'm going to slide this back in and slip the clip in. Okay, so let's see if I'll put you back on there again and try and show you that real time. Hopefully I'm getting this for you guys. I'm trying. All right, anyway, so I'm going to push that back in. Normally you wouldn't have to do that, but you know what? It doesn't hurt anything to do this, what I'm doing. Light's killing me even. I can't even see. Wow. All right, let me bring this in again because I can't see what I'm doing because I'm blinded from the lights to begin with. Okay, so seems being a little son of a gun here, but we'll get it. We'll get it. I don't know why it's fighting me here, but it shouldn't be. It should fit right in there. No, I'll get it. There it goes. Okay. Push it all the way in. Get rid of this light. It's blinding everybody. Okay, I'm going to shove this clip right back in there. And this you just push in by hand. There's no mystery there. It's just getting to it's another issue. Which we can do that. That's no problem. Man, that light really did blind me good. That's terrible. All right, well, anyway, whatever. We're going to get it. That's the bottom line. There we go. Here it's snapping. That's it. We're done. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get these pieces cleaned, okay? So I'm going to take you off the stand again. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so the first piece we got, okay, is this little disc, okay? And that little baby right there with the hole in it, okay? Now it's got a concave side on it, which we're looking at. And it's got, oh, wow, this, you know, this, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Let me see if I can zero it in and, oh, can't. But right there, see the numbers on it, EP? Okay, so that is, it'll tell you on the, I believe, okay, number side up, concave side down, but let's just check to make sure. Okay, so let's see, flow plug EP1, and it says replace other parts, replace flow plug, concave side down, so numbers up. Yep, okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, come over here. Don't think I need a light on. No, I don't. That's great. Okay, so what I gotta do is, this is numbers up, I believe, and I just want to make sure I got this right. I don't want to drop it. Correct. Okay, so that's it. And normally, sometimes that hole clogs up, believe it or not. but it looks good. I'm gonna go through the light here. Yep, okay, so, all right, so we got number side up. Let's get this thing in there. Which is tricky, always. We'll get it. I hope. Come on. Okay, that's it. It's in. Okay, that's the first thing. Okay, second thing is I'm going to put you on pause and get some paper towels. I'm going to keep you waiting. We're back. Okay, I'm just going to take a paper towel, and I should have done this first, but that's okay. It's really clean in there anyways, to be honest, but just like to make sure. You know, this doesn't have to be done too often either, by the way. I mean, they say, I don't know, once a month or whatever. I don't know. It's ridiculous. You don't have to do it that much. But anyway, in case unless your water stops softening, then that's your reason. Okay, so this is the thing I just pushed down, which is all the way in. That's good. It's locked in. No problem there. We're all good. Okay, so next item, go back and forth here. Okay, is this disc here, right here. Okay, I got a little thing of water here. So what I'm gonna do, pour it in there, just dunk it in there, get it a little wet, that's all. That's it, it's clean anyways, you know. Okay, so now this goes in a certain way. I'm bouncing you all over the place, but okay, so you see there's a secondary hole there. So you flip this upside down, do it the opposite way, okay, and the little half moon there lines up with this little ridge here, right there, okay, and that hole should line up and that hole should line up. So I'm just going to drop it in there if I can. See what the heck I'm doing here. That would help. Okay, it's a little off. I gotta move it over if I can. Usually I'm using a camera in one hand and a. All right, stay with me a second. I get it. I think I just got it actually. Let me see. I can't see. I'm still blinded by that thing. It's unbelievable. Let me see if I can see it through the camera. Yep, looking good. We're in the hole. Okay, so I'm going to push this down. I want to make sure we're in there, which we are. Okay, that all lines up. The hole lines up. Okay, we're all good. I'm going to get the next piece. Okay, guys, back. Just paused it for a second because it didn't feel right to me. Looks like it's popping up. May have to pause it again. Doesn't feel like it's in there right for some reason. I mean, I'm going to pause it again. I'm just going to pull. All I'm going to do is just pull this rubber out and put it back in again. I mean, it might just be popping up for some other reason. But anyway, hang tight. Okay, guys. Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. I just took it out and put it back again, but whatever. All right. I know I'm overcomplicating this here. Okay, so we got a ring, an O-ring, a black white ring. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off of here. I actually jumped the gun a little bit too. So let me just get this in here first. This got to go in here first. Okay, and this got the half moon on it, like before. Okay, just gonna rinse it off a little bit. Like I said, this stuff's really clean. Usually I'll soak it, but this wasn't that bad at all. All right, and then that little half moon goes right on that ridge like the other one. So let's see if I can get you in there at the same time. Probably not. What else is new? Okay. Yay. Okay, you could see. There it goes. I was gonna say the thing don't want to go, so it lines up with that, and you just push it down. That's it. So all there is to that. Okay. Then we're gonna take that screen, which looks pretty clean. I'm gonna look through the light here and see what. Oh yeah, see that's really clean. I may not come up on the camera that way. It's a thick mesh. I'm gonna rinse it anyway. What the hell? Why not, right? And then this also has a half moon on it. See it? Same spot. So we're gonna go in that little ridge there. Okay, so I'll get it in there. Okay, just push it down. Pretty much a no-brainer. It's not a big deal. Okay, just wanted to, I know I was over here with it, I just want to make sure it's down before I go saying it's good. Okay, and it is. All right, then I'm just going to take this part. Okay, I'm going to give this a little rinsing, and I'm going to put a little bit of Vaseline on this O-ring. Okay, so I'm going to get this out of here first. I'll put the white, switch hands here. Take this, rinse it off. Okay, and then there's a little ridge there. That's where the O-ring sits. Okay. Okay, anyway, we're gonna put that on here. Half moon, same story. I mean, this is like no problem. This is like simple dimple stuff here. Okay, all right. And pushed it down, and she's sitting in there, and then I'm gonna put the O-ring, it's gonna sit in here. Okay, so what we're gonna do, try and do this one-handed. Sure, that'll happen. All right, well, here's what we're gonna do. I'll take a little of this Vaseline I got, and I'm just gonna rub it right into this, okay? I'll try and do it this way. I know you're not gonna be able to see it, but what I'm doing is just, I'll show you what I'm doing before I put it back, okay? I just rubbed it all the way around it, that's all. That's it, just a little bit of Vaseline, okay? Just to lubricate it, keep the O-ring pretty good. I drop that right in the spot here. I'll show you. Okay. And that's it. Just the way it is. Okay. And I just got to get the top cap. Okay, guys. That's back again. All right. There's the cap right here. Okay. So if you didn't get a chance to see that coming apart, I don't know how it's going to come out yet, okay? And all I'm doing is just screwing this thing back on here, okay? Let's see if I can keep this going. You want to be careful of the wires too, okay? Let's see if she screws. Yep, that's all you do, okay? Nothing crazy here. These wires are so small, I don't want to, definitely don't want to get them. Okay? That's it. Nothing crazy, just hand tight, that's it, okay? That's it, done. Okay, so that's the top part, okay? It's the Venturi, and there's a nozzle going down through that, and that's done, okay? You know, you want to make sure while you're here, nothing's leaking and everything else. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I am going to put this, I'm not going to plug this back in. I'm going to have to put this on recharge, but next move is we're going to fill this with some salt, okay? I don't fill it all the way. I was told by the Sears guy years ago, and I did do it, and it really became a mess. So what I'm going to do is, next move is the salt. So I get that in there. We'll get you on the stand. We'll put the salt in it, which is no big deal. You just pour salt in it. Okay, and then we're going to mix a batch of the water softener cleaner. Okay, and I'll show you what that is. So just stand by there. Okay, guys. I'm just going to get this bag of salt I told you about earlier from Morton. Pour that in. Flip the bag apart. Get to it. I will. There she goes. Okay. All right, just going to pour the salt in. That's no big deal. It's a 40-pounder. So watch it for a second here. Nothing glamorous, but here's what it is, okay? And this is the stuff here. Okay, 40 pounds, like I said, no big deal. All right, so that gets poured in there. I'm gonna get rid of my junk. And I'm gonna mix a batch of the stuff, which I'll show you what that is. Okay, Get you over here, show you what the heck I did. There it is down there, okay? No big deal. Salt, that's it. Okay, so now what I'm going over here and doing is I got a half a gallon. Now, let's read this. Okay, this is what I want to tell you. So, this is what your water softener cleaner is, okay? They tell you to go buy this special stuff, water softener cleaner only, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you look right in the back of here, it has instructions for water softener. All softeners on iron-bearing water require iron out as preventative maintenance and to eliminate iron buildup. So dissolve 1 cup of this iron out to half a gallon of cold water. Pour directly into brine well. For softeners with no brine well, pour directly. Well, we have a brine well, but pour directly into salt tank. Okay. Regular use, add a quarter to every 40 pounds of salt. That's just constantly if you want to clean them constantly. Okay. All right. So that's basically what it is. Okay. And it's a lot cheaper buying this stuff than it is buying the other stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix this up. And get you back on the stand, mix it, dissolve it, and I'll bring you back. Because basically all I'm going to do is pour a half a cup, which I'm going to use my wife's measuring thing right here. But I'm going to use it with water, fill up the cup with it, and see where I end up, so I don't use this actual thing for this. Okay? Not that I don't think it hurts you anyway, this stuff, but I don't want to mess up her stuff. All right? So that's where I'm at with that. So I'm just going to do a half a cup of this into that, and mix it and mix it up with a stick. Okay? I may keep it running so you can see what I'm doing, but all right, just hang on, I'll be back. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I wasn't gonna do it, but I'll let it run and I may edit it out, whatever. All right, so I didn't want to wreck this on her, okay? So what I'm gonna do is get some water, okay? Clean water, not this. Not in this bucket, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna get some water. Right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill up, get this cup out of here. I'm gonna fill this up to a half a cup. Okay? Instead of putting this stuff directly in it, I'm gonna put it in a cup. Okay? So that's how I'm gonna do it. Which ain't gonna work, fellas. This thing is not too watertight. All right, so that is that problem. So we won't do it that way. I don't want to trash that thing up. So I'm gonna guesstimate it, okay? A little bit. Let me see here. Let me see. I do it on the cup. But the cup is gonna fit perfect. Oh, yeah, look at that. So what I'm doing, that's perfect. Make sure it's the same diameter. It's almost identical. All right, so I can put it in here, okay, and come up with the same results. What I'm doing is, here's my half a cup, okay, which is my mark. I can see my mark on here, and this is almost the same circumference as what I got. So it is so close that it's good enough for me. I would say I go a little over. It ain't gonna hurt because all I'm doing is cleaning the brine well anyway. So that's how I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna get rid of this thing, which is just as well because I don't want to trash that thing anyway. Okay, so let's do that. All right, and I'm gonna go with this right now. Okay. Stuff stinks, so you don't want to get this stuff right on you. Leaves like a residue. Not a residue, like a, I don't know what the hell is. I don't know what the smell you would call that, but phew. Okay, I'm almost up to my mark. That's it. That should do it. Whew. You get this Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description where you can buy this iron out. Amazon, or you can get it anywhere, but I'll leave it on. I get it on Amazon. All right, so that's it. I'm there. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna pour it, and this is a 1 1/4 bucket. So This will be good. This is fine. I'm just gonna throw it all in here, and I'm gonna mix it up. Okay. There is a lot of whatchamacallit from this, so you're gonna be careful. Okay. Whew. Stinks too. And I gotta find something to mix it with, which is no problem. This thing is just sizzling up a storm here. This is going in the garbage anyway, this cup and everything else, so let me get something to mix it with. Hang with me, just hang with me. Just put this right in this bag here. Okay, and she's still bubbling, so that's good. I got my little mixer here. Good, perfect. This is my ice chopper slash mixer. And all I'm doing is just mixing it up, okay? And I don't do this too often, to be honest with you. Maybe every 6 months. You know, the machine gives me no trouble that way, so I don't, you know. Yeah, you should maintain it. You know, no, I wouldn't let it go past 6 months for sure. Sometimes I do it earlier, it depends. But trying to get this stuff in here is, you gotta let it dissolve. It takes a while to dissolve this stuff too. You know, it's like a grayish looking. Stinks too, man. It does smell, I will say that. So breathe it in, or wear a mask, or whatever works for you, you know. All right, once I get this stuff dissolved up, I'll show you what it looks like actually. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know. I see my phone's giving me a little trouble here too. Camera, phone, whatever you want to call it. Let me get you back in here. This thing's really acts weird. Okay, I might have been recording the whole time. I don't know, but you see how it looks? Okay, so I'm just mixing it up. As soon as she dissolves, I'm gonna pour it. And I think my battery's ready to die on me anyway, so we're gonna pour that in there. In a few. So let me mix this up good. I'm gonna stop the camera and show you what we're gonna do. Okay, so it's gotta go in this brine wall right here. Okay, so you pop this top off. You can get it off. Okay, there you go. All right, put the cap up here. Okay, and we're gonna pour it directly into there. All right. So let me see if I can get this set up again. Okay, I got you back here, and you can see in the water, there's a couple little tiny pieces in there, but it is clear now, so we're gonna go with it, okay? I can't get you down into this thing but I'm just gonna pour it right into that brine wall. So just stay with me. Don't be too concerned if you miss with it too. I mean, it's a neutralizer too, so, okay, and don't worry about it, okay? Okay, and what I did was I just poured it down into that brine. That's it, it's down there. I don't know if I could light it up, nothing to really see, but you can see the float down there, okay? Kind of see it, I guess. Yeah, it's that white thing you see, okay? But anyway, it's filled it up. Okay, there's the salt. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook up the power. All right, I'm gonna put the cap back. Get that on there right now. Okay. And this is the maintenance, okay? And like I say, I do this a lot faster, you know, when I'm not filming, obviously. The caps, it goes on a certain way. There's a little notch on the top. Okay, and there's a little notch in the pipe for the brine wall. Okay, that's it. It's in. It's good. It's tight. Okay, I'm gonna plug this in. So I'll set you back down. up a little bit. Okay, and what's going to happen is it's going to backwash. So let me turn this on. Okay. All right, got power to it again. It's an SR16. All that means is that it had a power shortage. Okay, and I have to push. I'm going to push this bypass, okay, this way, okay, back on service. So that's all I'm doing here. I'm going to end up blocking you, but I can't get in here. Okay, that's it. She's on. Okay, so the water will be coming back into the machine. Okay, get my. Oh, this is what I was going to show you guys too. Is the this is pretty awesome, man. I'm telling you, this thing, this, you know, this is awesome. Got some chunk on it, actually, unfortunately. That's okay. Clean it up. But the Leatherman, okay? Got pliers. You got can openers. You got Phillips head screwdriver, regular screwdriver, a file. What else? A saw. I mean, this is really awesome. I'm going to see if I can find out when my son bought it. And I can put a link in the description. I mean, I'm just trying to get all those knives and stuff open on it. There's a ton of stuff in here. Can opener. It's got it all. So this is a great tool. Okay? Great tool. Good gift. Anyway, there you go. That goes back in my pocket. Okay, so let's get back to this, guys. Okay, so now time is probably wrong. I actually kept the time. Oh, wow. Cool. 1 p.m. Okay, awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do now, okay, on this machine, let me just make sure that we didn't lose any settings. Hit select. That's 1 o'clock p.m. Hardness, 25. Get you up a little higher. And that's good. That's set, you know, every setting's different. You know, good thing I got you too high here. Yeah, okay. This is recharge time. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, and that's when it needs to do it. It'll do that on its own. That's what that Venturi does. It actually senses when it needs to be recharged. Okay, then you hit select again, and we're back. Okay, so now I want it to recharge right now. Normally it does it automatically, but right after you do this, you want to recharge it automatically. So you push and hold. Okay, and now it's recharging. Okay, I'm going to snap all the stuff back together while we're... Actually, you know what? I'll wait. I want to make sure I ain't got no leaks. It's another story, so I'll pop you over here. See what we got. Should be okay. Comes the water. See anything? A couple of drops, but I think that was from before. Let me just feel around it, make sure it's all good. Yeah, she's tight. She's tight. Make sure it's got no water under here. My fingers, I'm looking at my own fingers here. Had a little water from before, but I think that was, yeah, I think that's okay. Yep. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on it, but it should be okay. All right. Okay, so the water's coming in. And there's really nothing to see when it comes to this, to be honest with you. I'm going to let it run a little bit. I hear the salt dropping down a little bit. I'm going to move that salt around too and even it out. So let me go get my famous salt sticker. And basically, you don't have to do this. This doesn't matter. But I'm picky, so I'm just going to go in there and just move this stuff around. Just to even it out a little. That's all I'm doing. It'll find its own way, the water. After a while. Yeah, you want to be careful here too, obviously. You want to start tossing stuff up. I just spread it around a little bit. Like I say, that's as far. I'll go maybe 2 bags of this stuff, and that's as high as I'll go. I don't want to go high with the humidity, and in summer really doesn't matter. So, but put that in there evenly. See what happens. Just take it out, just shove it. can actually see a little bit of the water down there. You see it? It's coming in through that brine well. So it's going to even it up now. Just leave it alone. And it'll do its own thing now. That's it. Let it do its thing. Okay, and I'm going to pause it until she starts backwashing. You can see it coming out. It'll take a while for this to backwash. I was going to wait, but you guys you pull it out of your mind. So basically, I'm just going to snap this all back together. I mean, you can, I don't know if you can hear the water. Let me see if I can get really close. But you can hear the water coming in. Okay. And what it'll do is, like I said, it'll come in, it'll wash those beads, okay, give it a good rinsing, and then discharge and dump. And then it'll bring in this brine well, the salt water, and they'll soak in that, and then they'll dump again. So it's about a 2-hour process. So I'm keeping you guys on for 2 hours. But you see how it works, okay? Everything's pretty basic on this. Really, it's no mystery to how to do this. And like I said, this panel here gives you all the maintenance, okay? So, I mean, this is not any, really nothing so hard that can't be done, okay? So, let me get this top on. I'm not hitting anything. Slide it over the bottom first, okay? Back first, I should say. So we're gonna do one-handed. Back's on, front's on. Okay, and this is it. Okay, it's an older model. Here's the model number. This is an old Sears 625.3484500. I used to buy everything from Sears, so all right. Date code 95152. I'm gonna say that's. I'm guessing here. I know it's 95. That's what I bought it. I think I put it in 96. I think the thing was made in maybe January, or maybe the second month, or the first. Yeah, let's see how it would work. Yeah, it probably is the 15th and the second month of February. So it'll be February 15th, 95. They go backwards. That's how they do it. Anyway. This thing works great, man. I got no complaints. Culligan wanted. Wow, Culligan wanted. I think the Culligan. I'm trying to remember now. It was like a joke. They wanted. Let me see. Give me a second. I think they wanted $3,300 back in the day, and it cost me $1,000. Okay. It was just a ridiculous amount of money. I'm not knocking Culligan. They're good, and if you don't know how to do your stuff yourself, then, And they told me it would never last. Well, this is 2025, and that was made in 95. So what does that tell you, Whatever. Anyway, yeah, down the road I'll do a video on this neutralizer. It's another setup here. Anyway. So guys, and this goes back in here. That's it. Done. Okay. All right, guys. This is George from Handyman Hands. Always a pleasure. And we'll see you on the next one. I wanted to get my next video to be the ignition switch on that Corvette. I did film. I got 3/4 of it filmed. The interesting part is what is actually wrong with it. So you have to tune in to find that one out. But I will definitely, without a doubt, be getting that one out. I do have to. It's filmed 3/4 of the way. The job is not done 100%. So you'll find out why when we go to do it. But all right, guys. So George, Handyman Hints. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you'd like. I appreciate all comments. Good or bad, I mean, I do my best. Okay, guys, take care.